How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel and the video review of the FuriBee F03, the 25 milliwatt all-in-one 5.8 gigahertz mini FPV camera. It has 520 TV lines, which amounts to 720 by 480 pixels. It has a 120 degree field of view lens and has 32 channels. And you can change the channels by moving the dip switches up and down, and it has a 250 meter distance, and it weighs in at just 4.8 grams, and it is only NTSC. It comes with a 4-lobe right-hand circular 3 dBi antenna, and the operating voltage is 2.9 to 5.5 volts. Now, taking a look at the VTX, and I'm comparing it to the VTX that comes on board of the QX90, and it is almost identical, guys, in size and looks, and in the back as well. The channel dip switches are almost identical as well. If you look at it close up, there might be slight variations in the design, but basically it is about the same, as you can see there. And because of their similarities, it is an excellent replacement camera for your micro quadcopter that comes with this type of camera. So if you happen to break it during a crash or anything like that, this is a perfect replacement camera for it. As you noticed by now, I have a lousy connector taped onto the VTX. The VTX comes with just naked wires, so I soldered on a lousy connector and electric taped it on together to hold it in place. I don't have any heat shrink wraps, unfortunately, to make it nice and clean, but this works. And to power this on, I use a 150 milliamp size 3.7 volt battery. This little battery will give me about 3 flights of about 4 minutes. And if you got a quadcopter that is a little bit bigger, you can use 220 milliamp size, which will give you about 4 flights of about 4 minutes. And a 260 milliamp will give you about 5 flights of 4 minutes. And of course, you can directly solder this baby onto a quadcopter like the QX90 and use it as a replacement VTX as well. All right, we have the FuriBee F03 all-in-one VTX attached to the MJX Bugs 3, and we're gonna go for a little FPV flight with it to see what kind of a distance and what kind of clarity it gives out. And I'm gonna be flying it with my Fat Shark, and I'm gonna be recording on the DVR of the Fat Shark. All right, so let's go. All right, here we go. We are headed towards the 100 meter bush there. And right away, I can tell this is a very clear quality video here. Oh, there's some disturbance there. I want to turn around, head back the other way. Look at the white balance on this thing. The ground is completely visible, even though that the sun is on the right corner there. And the white balance is excellent. The contrast is excellent. The clarity is excellent. This VTX is nice. Now, I'm going to turn around right around here. This marks about 150 meters away from where I am, and the car is kind of blocking the transmission as well, and it did fantastic. There was not much breakup at all. Now we're headed back towards the 100 meter bush. This VTX has a field of view of 120 degrees, so as you can see, you are able to see that bush and turn around on it on a dime. So it's really nice. Now, some of the other VTXs nowadays come with 140, even 170 degrees field of view, which is excellent. This one weighs in at 4.8 grams, guys. So you are able to put this VTX on toy quadcopters using the toy quadcopter's battery power as well. If you configure a Y connector to siphon off the battery power of a toy quadcopter, or do like what I did here, was piggyback another tiny little 3.7 volt 200 or 260 milliamp size battery on top of the quadcopter and run the power so that you're not using the power from the quadcopter, as well as negating some of the static that the quadcopter gives off if you siphon the battery power off of the quadcopter. Here I am circling around the car, and there's no disturbance whatsoever here. So that is excellent. Now, this VTX did not come with a manual, so the dip switch configuration was a little bit difficult, but I was able to use a configuration of the dip switches from another vendor's manual, and all of the channels were accurate on the dip switches, but however the frequency or the band was not. So what was C is actually D, and what is B is actually C, something like that. Here I am looking for jackrabbits in that bush, trying to scare them out. But sometimes they're there, man. I don't know how they survive out here in this frozen tundra, but once in a while I see some rabbits running around, and that is unbelievable. But for $21, guys, this VTX is just awesome. Look at how clear it is. It's got the distance. It's got the color saturation, excellent color saturation, and the clarity at 480 pixel count is amazing. This is perfect VTX for replacement as well on those micro quadcopters like the QX90. You know, when you're flying and trying to practice on those little micro quadcopters, you do crash land, and the first thing to go are the antennas on these VTXs if you don't have any protection. And sometimes you crash a little hard and the VTX itself flies off. And I had that happen to me before. So I'm going to order more of these little VTXs, this FuriBee F03. It is excellent. $21, guys. You can't beat the price. And look at how clear it is. Anyways, I'm going to come to a landing here pretty soon. I'm going to do a couple of flips over here with the MJX B3 quadcopter. This is an excellent quadcopter, guys. It even beeps when you're out of range on your remote control, and it even beeps on your remote control when you're out of battery power. So excellent, excellent quadcopter for attaching a VTX like this. All right, so I'm going to come here in for a landing now. So I thank you for watching, and please subscribe and share, and have a great day.